What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Is it checking your phone, scrolling through distractions, letting the world flood your mind before you've even set your own course? Too often, we allow the chaos of the outside world to dictate our inner state. But what if your mornings could be the foundation of something greater? What if each day, before stepping into the storm of life, you could anchor yourself with clarity, strength, and purpose? Today, we will uncover the morning routine that the ancient Stoics might have followed, the simple, yet powerful practices that set them on the path of self-mastery. These are not just habits, they are rituals, designed to fortify the mind, overcome destructive emotions, and align ourselves with the unshakable principles of Stoicism. If you've ever wanted to rise above the noise of the world, to live with resilience and fortitude, the answer starts here. In the stillness of the morning, in the quiet before the demands of the day descend, we prepare for battle, not with the world, but with ourselves. Because the greatest war we fight is not with others, but with the weaknesses within. Number 1. Reflection on mortality, Memento Mori. Let us begin with a thought that most would shy away from: death. The Stoics, however, encouraged us to reflect on it daily. This may seem dark, but its purpose is not to inspire fear. On the contrary, it is a powerful tool to sharpen our sense of purpose. Each morning, take a moment to contemplate the reality of your mortality. Seneca wrote, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day." By acknowledging that each day could be your last, you break free from the illusion that you have endless time to waste. This reflection does not cripple us. It awakens us. It makes us realize that each moment is precious, that the trivial worries of life are not worth our attention. When you wake up and remember that you are mortal, you become more present, more intentional. Every action, every word, every thought becomes a choice to live fully, with purpose, or to squander the time you have. We do not reflect on death to become morbid. We do so to live, to strip away the falsehoods that cloud our judgment, and to approach each day as though it matters, because it does. Number 2, set your intentions, the morning meditation. After facing the reality of death, we turn our minds toward the day ahead. This is not about making a to-do list. This is about defining how you will be. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic emperors, started each day by preparing himself mentally for the challenges he would face. He wrote in his meditations, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot tell good from evil." This is the essence of the Stoic morning meditation. You begin by acknowledging the reality of the world. You will face difficult people, frustrating situations, and unforeseen challenges. But by preparing your mind for these difficulties in advance, they lose their power over you. When you expect adversity, you are not surprised by it. You remain calm, unshaken. But more than this, we set our intentions not only for how we will deal with the world, but for how we will conduct ourselves. What virtues will we embody today? Patience, courage, wisdom? Each morning, ask yourself, how will I respond to the challenges ahead? How will I remain true to my values, regardless of what happens? By setting our intentions before the day begins, we take control of our minds. We refuse to let external events dictate our mood, our actions, or our sense of self. Instead, we choose how we will respond. This is the heart of Stoicism, self-mastery, no matter the circumstances. Number 3, practice negative visualization. Anticipate the worst. The third step in our morning routine is one that may seem counterintuitive, yet it is one of the most powerful tools in the Stoics' arsenal. It is called negative visualization, and it involves mentally rehearsing the worst possible scenarios that could unfold during the day. Epictetus, one of the most revered Stoic teachers, advised, "He who has a why to live for can bear with almost any how." By imagining the worst-case scenarios, whether it's losing your job, encountering failure, or facing illness, you mentally prepare yourself for life's inevitable hardships. But here's the key. The purpose of negative visualization is not to dwell in fear, but to remove its sting. By rehearsing these scenarios in your mind, you are no longer caught off guard when misfortune strikes. Instead of reacting with panic, you meet challenges with calm, knowing you are prepared. In doing so, we cultivate resilience. We remind ourselves that life is unpredictable, that suffering is inevitable, but that we have the inner strength to endure whatever comes. As Stoics, we do not fear the worst. We accept it as part of life's natural order and rise above it with courage. Number 4. Gratitude for what you have. Amor fati. The Stoics taught us to accept life as it is, not as we wish it to be. This includes the good, the bad, and everything in between. In the mornings, after preparing our minds for adversity, we turn to gratitude. Amor fati, the love of fate, is the Stoic practice of embracing everything that happens, good or bad, as necessary for our growth. Epictetus reminds us, do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happens the way it happens. Then you will be happy. In other words, we do not waste our energy wishing life were different. We embrace it exactly as it is. We find gratitude not just for the easy moments, but for the challenges, for the failures, for the difficulties that shape us. Each morning, reflect on what you are grateful for. Your health, your loved ones, the opportunities you have, and yes, even the obstacles. For the Stoic, everything that happens is an opportunity to practice virtue. When we face hardship, we practice courage. When we are wronged, we practice patience. When we fail, we practice resilience. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction. It reminds us that we already have enough, that we are enough. And when we approach the day with gratitude, we carry a deep sense of contentment and inner peace. Number 5. Detach from outcomes. Focus only on what you control. Finally, the Stoic morning routine culminates with the practice of detachment. Epictetus famously taught, some things are in our control, others are not. We cannot control the outcome, but we can control our actions. As you prepare for the day, remind yourself of this fundamental Stoic principle. You cannot control what will happen today. You cannot control other people, the weather, the economy, or even your own fate. The only thing within your control is how you will act, how you will respond. This is the ultimate source of freedom. When you release your attachment to outcomes, you free yourself from anxiety, frustration, and disappointment. You no longer measure your worth by whether you succeed or fail, but by the effort you put forth. You focus only on doing what is within your power, knowing that the rest is beyond your reach. This is not a passive resignation. It is the opposite. It is the active, conscious decision to direct all of your energy toward what you can influence, your thoughts, your actions, your mindset. And once you have done all you can, you let go of the rest. Every morning, remind yourself, I will do my best today. I will act with virtue, with courage, with wisdom, but I will not tie my happiness to any specific outcome. By detaching from results, we gain the freedom to live fully, without fear or regret. A morning of mastery. This is the Stoic morning routine, not a series of mechanical tasks, but a set of practices that ground us in the reality of life and empower us to face each day with strength and resilience. We begin by reflecting on our mortality, sharpening our sense of purpose. We set our intentions, preparing our minds for the challenges ahead. We practice negative visualization, removing the sting of fear. We express gratitude, embracing life as it is. And finally, we detach from outcomes, focusing only on what we can control. This routine is not about controlling the world. It is about controlling ourselves. It is about becoming the masters of our own minds, our own emotions, and our own actions. When we start the day with these principles, we fortify ourselves against the chaos of life. We become unshaken, resilient, and free. This is how the Stoics lived, and this is how we can live. Each morning is an opportunity to rise above our weaknesses, to align ourselves with virtue, and to face the world with the quiet strength of those who have mastered themselves. What will you do with today? What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.